the Eagles covering -1.5 against. They're favored by 1.5, I should say, against the Minnesota Vikings. Pretty much a pick'em game in Minnesota. I'm just saying the spread. Pretty much a pick'em game. Vikings come off a bye week. Defensive identity right now. I agree with what you were saying before, Errol. Kind of a question with how well with McCarthy playing. Addison, obviously, just coming back. He's playing well. The Eagles, when's the get-right situation going to come for them? They have a long week to prepare against the Giants. I think this is a tight, low-scoring game, but I think the Eagles do win it on the road.
It's a good defense over there in Minnesota. And if I'm not mistaken, they have quite a good defensive coach over there. Who is he again? The guy that doesn't get any job offers from anybody in the NFL because he sued the NFL? Brian Flores. There we go. Flores.
Breaking news.
I watched a clip of him doing some kind. So you know how like teams will show one defensive look and then before the play they'll shift into a second one. They've been doing that for years, right? Dating back to Peyton Manning reading them so they couldn't do it. He did the hurry up so the teams couldn't do that to him. Brian Flores is switching the defense like 3 times before the snap. And it is making it almost impossible for these especially young quarterbacks to have any clue how to face them. That being said, I don't know if he can get in Jalen Hurts' head that way. I think the Eagles are kind of trying to get some revenge after this embarrassment to the Giants, getting doubled up on Thursday Night Football. I'm going to take the Eagles this week.
Speedy's mom.
All
Aaron,
right.
what do you got?
I got the Eagles. I think the Eagles win flat out. After losing two games in a row and falling off, I cannot see the Eagles losing 3. Last year they lost 3 in a row, and then they went on a bye week, and then they barely lost. But I think this is the last losing streak you see the Eagles have. I think the Eagles win this week. Saquon Barkley gets over 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. Book it.
All right, we'll go to the one big spread I did mention. The Raiders are plus 13 against the Chiefs. Chiefs 13-point favorites at home. I think the Raiders actually do cover the spread. I was talking about it during the whip around. Their defense has actually played pretty well. They played well against the Chargers. They played well against the Patriots in Week 1, which we've seen how well that Patriots offense has played since then. I think they do end up covering the spread. And like I picked with Michael Mayer for Save Your Tears, the Chiefs have struggled against tight ends. They've struggled against the run. So I think the Raiders do keep it close for a while. I think the Chiefs win by like 8 to 10 points, but I think the Raiders cover.
There's 2 ways this game goes. One way is it becomes a last possession game and the Chiefs win because of the referees. Because that's how one option every single week for the Chiefs. But the more likely option, in my opinion, is that the Chiefs are just a hot team right now coming into this game, and the Raiders are not very good. I think that it's going to be a little too much. Mahomes can beat even good defenses. I think this is an average defense with a really bad offense. And they're going to rely on the run. If they can't stay close, how can you run the football? And I think this is a team that's not going to be able to be good playing from behind at all this season. Look for the Chiefs to go up early, maybe some trick plays in the first half to try to get an early lead and just wear on them so they can't do what they want to do and make them throw too much and have Geno continue his league-leading interceptions streak.
Give me that chicken curry.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs. There's no way the Raiders beat the Chiefs this week. As much as I want to see Genty, and I think Genty will have a good game. He'll have 80 yards. He'll have probably a touchdown or 2. I just don't think they're going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs.
All right, 2 of Errol's favorite teams, the Indianapolis Colts, led by Danny Dimes, against the LA Chargers. Chargers 1.5 point favorites. Game. Yes, this is going to be a good game. I think this game, the Colts defense, like I mentioned in the whip around too, has been underrated for a while. Chargers offensive line has had a lot of trouble, and especially on the interior. Colts have a really underrated interior defensive duo with DeForest Buckner and Grover Stewart. I think the Chargers are going to be one-dimensional on offense, and I think after Ladd McConkey had a big week last week, I think the Colts will be able to shut him down. I think the Colts win a tight one here.
Yeah, they don't get Joe Alt back yet. So I really don't like the line against a good defense. That Colt defense is good, and that offense under Danny Dimes isn't making that many mistakes.
Anyone!
Look, he's streaky throwing the ball, but they don't make him do too much at times. It's really a Jonathan Taylor show. I expect them to wear on him. Give me the Colts. I think they win this game by a touchdown or so.
Duh! I got the Colts. Absolutely Colts. Everybody knows where I'm going. It's dime time. That's what we're gonna call it now. Dime time. Dime time. Danny Dimes got the Colts.
All right, let's go to Danny Dimes' former team, the New York Giants, facing off against a team that Danny Dimes beat earlier in the year in the Denver Broncos. The Broncos are 7.5-point favorites at home. I think the Broncos, they've been one of those teams that's been pretty steadily in games. I know they didn't look great last week, but they've been close in everything. I think this is a good time for them to show out better offensively. The Giants secondary, they were good last week. Finally, can they do it again? I don't know. I think that Sean Payton can adjust. Sean Payton's offenses have always done well too. Against the Giants' style of defenses.
I look delicious.
Too. I think Denver does cover the spread and win the game.
Watch how I eat my string cheese.
That's a great defense over there in Denver. They scare the crap out of me.
Go check your lug nuts.
But who's stopping Scat? Who's stopping Scataboo?
They have a guy, Nick Bonito, who might win Defensive Player of the Year.
I don't want to hear it. He just launched Zach Bond last week, into the air multiple times. Gets dusted. Jaxson Dart puts a move on him, gets into the end zone. He can beat some of the best. But I can't take the Giants in this game. It's an interesting spread, though. 7.5 points. Can the Giants keep it a one-possession game? No, I don't think they do. I think they lose by 10. Give me the Broncos.
Oh, the Broncos are going to win this game. It's not even going to be close. They're going to smash the scat, the boo-boo, scat-a-boo-boo. Give me the Bronx.
All right, by the way, before we get to our next game, I do have to get to Jabba's hypothetical coin flip here. So Jabba does have the Eagles in the first game.
Oh, he's doing it?
I'm doing Jabba's hypothetical coin flip. So
we're just picking for Jabba in the same way he would pick, I think.
So
we'll do pin the tail on the donkey something later.
So he's got tails in both games so far. So he's got the Eagles, and then he's got the Raiders covering, Colts and Chargers. He's got the Chargers, and with this Giants-Broncos game to round it out, he's got tails. So he's got the Giants covering. All right.
Smart man.
All right, so we'll do the Packers 6.5-point favorites at the Cardinals. I actually think the Cardinals cover this spread because their defense has played very well. The Packers' offensive line, I've mentioned, has given trouble. We talked about Errol earlier in the segment. The Packers' quality of play this year really has not been great. Arizona might not be without Marvin Harrison Jr., but we've seen them do well, try to patch the injuries together at certain points. So I do think with a Packers defense that is struggling, I think Arizona can keep it close, and their defense has still kept them in games. I think Green Bay wins the game, but I do think Arizona covers.
Are we getting Brissett again, or is it Kyler Murray back?
Juan Soto's a bitch.
It looks like Kyler Murray hasn't practiced yet, but I don't think there's any declaration.
He tastes himself.
Well, I think the Cardinals will kind of hope Kyler Murray keeps playing some more Call of Duty and misses this next game because they look better without him than they looked with him all year last week. Jacoby Brissett, I think, is going to keep that game close if he's playing.
Always gave up the booty.
I don't know. I think they're going to go with Brissett. Give me the Cardinals to keep it close. I still think this is one of those games where they
another
don't cover,
toe job,
but the Packers are going to win. I think it's going to be like a 3 or 4 point game.
Like the streaks in my britches.
I got the Packers.
All right. To the coin, Jabba.
As long as she's using bead wipes and taking care of my two-hole, I'm
Jabba's
good.
got Arizona covering this one. All right, we'll round it out with
the Jabba wheel.
Yep, and Monday night, the Buccaneers are at the Lions. The Lions are 5.5 points favorites. I am not taking that spread for the Lions, a team that's been banged up. Tampa's got their offensive line is banged up too. They still have a pretty good offensive line.
Is it in Detroit?
It's in Detroit. Detroit's defensive line, obviously Hutchinson's played very well, but the rest of it's still kind of finding their groove here. Tampa can stop the run. They've been notoriously great at stopping the run for a while. So I do think the Lions win this game, but it's going to be very close. I'm taking Tampa to cover the spread.
I think Sterling Shepard's the number one receiver for the Tampa Bay this game, if I'm not mistaken. It's looking real hairy over there at receiver. I don't know if Bucky Irving's playing either. They are really depleted. That being said, who's doubting Baker Mayfield right now? Not me. I think they could still win this game. So you give me that many points, I'm taking the Bucs.
I'd take a shit.
Is he listening to his picks while he's taking a shit? Is the real question.
I'm going with the Detroit Lions. There's no way they lose another one. I don't think they're going to be able to run the ball as much, but I expect them. I expect St. Brown to have a big game. I think that this team at home, the fans are going to be loud. I think they're going to be able to beat Baker Mayfield and those.
What about skid mark?
Those skid marks. So.
And Java took the Bucs to cover the spread, 5.5.
That went over like a fart in church. Like a serial killer.
Like a serial killer. All right, that is our picks, or Speedy's picks of the week.